Something that some students find difficult in the beginning is memorizing all of the information. I find a really good way to get around this or to work through this is to actually memorize what you're going to do in your head before you actually attempt to play it. So let's use Brown Eyed Girl as an example. I know we've used that song before in these videos. And we want to memorize the chord progression in the verse. And we would do it in the following way. So, repeat after me. G, C, D, C. Your turn. G, C, D, C. Your turn again. And G, C, D, C. Your turn for the last time. Now the chances of you forgetting that in the next 5 minutes are pretty slim. So if you were to go to your guitar now and attempt to play the chords or the bass line to Brown Eyed Girl, you'd at least know the correct chords in the correct order before you attempted to make that connection on the strings. So that's one thing you can do, memorizing chord progressions. But I'm going to give you now a specific example of how to memorize an E minor scale on the low E string using the numbered system and then teaching you the chords afterwards. So once again, you're going to repeat after me. So we're going to be using the low E string. Okay, so repeat after me. 0, 2, 3, 5. 0, 2, 3, 5. 0, 2, 3, 5. Okay, now this might feel very, very basic, but I bet you don't struggle to remember that after 3 repetitions. So now what you can do is you can take that combination of numbers and you can apply it to the low E string, and you'll know exactly where to go because you've already got it in your head. So we can just use one finger and we go 0, 2, 3, 5. And once again, 0, 2, 3, 5. Okay, so the next step in that sequence is to actually know actually know the name of the notes that you're playing, okay? And in the following order, it's E, F sharp, G, A, E, F sharp, G, A, E, F sharp, G, A. Okay, so you've got 0, 2, 3, 5, E, F sharp, G, A. And now all you have to do is connect the two together and say the notes as you play the notes. E, F sharp, G, A. And that is how you would memorize the first half of an E minor scale. I'm going to go a little quicker for the second half because hopefully you've kind of got the gist of it now. So the second half of the E minor scale, numbers wise, goes 7, 8, 10, 12. 7, 8, 10, 12. 7, 8, 10, 12. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to find the 7th fret on your guitar, and you'll know it's the 7th fret because for most of you, you'll have dots, 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot. See these dots in the middle here? And it's the 3rd dot, and that's going to give you your 7th fret, okay? And you're going to go 7, 8, 10, 12. 7, 8, 10, 12. And that's the second half of the E minor scale. And note-wise, it's going to be B, C, D, E. B, C, D, E. B, C, D, E. And I know this kind of feels like going back to to primary school. I'm sure it does. But that's the point. You want to start at the beginning. We don't want to start past the beginning, which has become quite common, I think. So now that we've memorized 7, 8, 10, 12, we've got the second half of our E minor scale, we want to know what the notes are, and the notes are B, C, D, E. B, C, D, E. B, C, D, E. Okay, so now we can go to our 7th fret again. So remember, 1, 2, 3 dots along, okay? And we go 7, 8, 10, 12. And if we're going to use notes, B, C, D, E. So we've taken 2 chunks of information there, learn them separately, and now we're going to try and put those 2 chunks of information together. So can you remember all of the numbers in sequence? Can you remember 0, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12? 0, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12. And then you're going to play that. 0, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12. And then the notes. E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. Now, while we're here, I'm just going to have a quick, I'm going to tell you quickly what your technique should look like as you're doing that, because going up and down the neck that way, your hand needs to look a very specific way. It wants to look like a Lego hand, okay? And as you move, your thumb and your finger should stay together no matter where they are. So the thumb should be behind the neck between the first and second fingers. And there is other videos on the hand position and that kind of thing. But as my finger moves up the fretboard, if I turn it this way, my finger, whichever fret it's on, my thumb is always in line with my index finger, or it's in between the index finger, the first and second fingers. But it's that Lego hand that needs to move up and down. What you don't want to see is the thumb doing this all over the place, because that's really common, that the thumb will be over here, the thumb will be over there. It needs to be like a neat and tidy movement. And I'd certainly recommend practicing in front of a mirror for that kind of thing, as vain as that may sound. But it will help you become mentally aware of where your hands are on the instrument. And that's very, very important for playing guitar. All right, so I hope that video was helpful in helping you to learn an E minor scale. And of course, if you need to, you can watch this video again. And good luck.